My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Monster Train 2, Echoes of the Void. I'd like to start the episode by thanking Bokaher for having updated the Better Random mod that I'm using. Let's hit the button and then go. So the Better Random mod, just in case you're wondering, is for pulling only from clans that have not completed their Covenant rank combinations yet, just so that I can complete the entire logbook with confidence that I'm covering all of them without accidentally randoming in a way that doesn't ever hit a specific clan combination. Let us depart. Ursul's Horde. Gain 4 deployable. Love it. And deployable upgrade is 50% cheaper, so we can do a lot more at the very start of the fight now. 2 copies of Lava Flow in the base deck, consumes to give Pyogel to enemies. There's 2 copies of Wildwood Sap, consuming to give regen 4 and 4 health to one of our own units. And then a Guildmonger, 1/2 size, excuse me, extinguishes to gain 1 Dragon Horde. We've got Fleshweaver and Strix and Hallow. I don't have them. We do have Fleshweaver with spikes though, which is going to be a little annoying. And Seraphiturnus, Chosen of Dominion. Yeah, we got a lot of backline checks in this. I will have to be prepared. Let's check out the artifact in case it leans in one direction or the other. Honestly, I did think about it actually. As I looked at my options with the 2 Lava Flows and the 2 Wildwood Saps in base deck, I thought for a second, if I get Trader's Quill, should I take it? Yeah. This early, 30 damage matters. Admittedly, it really does this early. Lady Avarice enchants other units with Avarice 5. I do really like Avarice, but also Lady Gilda summoning a Gilded Egg. Do I care about that? Do I really care about that? It's 2 Dragon Horde, and I really like Dragon Horde, but surely I just try and endless my Guildmonger and get him dying. Lady Avarice, who's even on your floor to deal with? Ooh, Lady Avarice, you could give Avarice to like a quick sweep unit from Awoken Banner next to the Merchant of Steel in the opening. Okay, yeah. We're gonna go Lady Avarice. We've got like 2 really good Husk units that could wield that. Not Husk units, what are they called? The Shattered Shell and the Husk Hermit. We've got two really good units that could wield that. In the Animus units, yeah, the Animus units could both wield the Avarice 5 as well pretty effectively. Start a battle, enemy units appear on each floor. Granted, Bloated Whelps will really help clear those here, so we should be okay. Unfortunately, Enchanting grants Avarice. It only grants Avarice to 1 unit. I don't think the Pyogel is appropriate here. Keeping that in the deck so that I can use it much later, I think is going to be much more impactful. Hitting a boss with it, for example. If I get enough health and regen on the Guildmonger, honestly, we probably just win on the bottom line. And unfortunately, I do need to use that if I want to collect the Collector, and I do want to collect the Collector. Perfect. Literally, we get as many hits as we can with the Guildmonger. It dies, so I get my Dragon Sword, and we slay on the bottom line. Like, this is exactly what we would want. Literally what we would ask for. as much money as I was going to get to take out of there. Alchemy. Ooh. Glimmer, Sting, and Restoration Detonation. Probably not Sting. I like Restoration Detonation probably more than the average. Glimmer feels like it's offering something that we already have access to right now, but I can increase that, obviously, with magic power. One of the reasons I'm not super keen on Restoration Detonation is it would really go well with, or rather, it shines in situations where I have hollows, and I'm not gonna want to run hollows, because hollows are 3-size units by default, so unless I have a mini stone, I'm not really capable of putting it on the same line as Lady Gilda. I probably end up having to run 2 different lines. One Lady Gilda enchant avarice, the resource gain line, and one like kill line. The kill line would be happy to have a Restoration Detonation on it. Oh boy. I'll take one. Save that. Okay, I'm looking for Endless in the store. I'm looking for sweep units with quick and multi-strike. Found Endless. Yeah, that was the problem. So Thorned Hollow gives us some sweep access that we don't necessarily otherwise have. Obviously, it's slow sweep access. It is in response to the enemies hitting the Thorned Hollow. And unfortunately, it also relies on being healed, which is not something I can constantly do for the Thorned Hollow. So I'm pretty scared about this, but I'll take the Thorned Hollow. I will Endless the Guildmonger. There's a very small argument here to re-roll. It's vanishingly, it's gone. It's already vanished. That's how small it was. Yeah, realistically, our damage is not good right now. That's the real downs today. I'm gonna give an upgrade to a Spear Steward who'll stand behind the Thorned Hollow, because someone's gonna need to do damage in this GD party, and it's not gonna be me. Fire dampen and -1 energy per turn. Obviously doesn't constrain our opener, but it does prevent us from playing Alchemy. Is that something that Alchemy is okay with? The answer is no, but do I really get to answer that right now? 1, 2, 3. I mean, realistically, it prevents me 2 Dragon Sword. Is 2 Dragon Sword worth 75 gold for me at this point in time? Merchant of Trinkets, Forgotten Boon, Celestial Alcove. I'm probably going to hit Merchant of Magic Pyreborn. Give me another opportunity for a backline unit. Yeah. Yeah, the money's really worth it. That's a shame. Hey, now he has thorns. Or rather, he'll have thorns next time. I'm obviously very fine with Guildmonger dying. I would kind of hope that it would happen sooner, though. Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty obvious downside here is the Legion having 4 spikes means that my top line is only going to get to hit it once. Oh, that's good. That's not going to get it across the line, but... certainly could have been a lot worse. Golden touch. Give me just a little more access, please. Edgebriar. Healing and regen spells cost -1 on this floor. I mean, I'd love it to be relevant, but like 2 Wildwood Saps and a single Restoration Detonation can see that. Glimmer's much more impactful. A little bit of AoE clear that I can use proactively or defensively if I really need to. I mean, like, I'm not thrilled about that. I could take Edgebriar with the possibility of getting additional spells that it finds relevant in the future. Unfortunately, I feel like it's difficult for me to keep taking things that will be good in the future rather than are good now. Are goods now is... those are really important, actually. Have a couple of them. Hold over -1 cost on a Golden Touch is a very, very powerful way to get into a fight. -1 Permafrost. I like the idea of just throwing out an Alchemy so that I'm always able to play it. +10 on a Restoration Detonation seems good too. Hothead is very easy for us to support. We can give it additional damage with the Root Seeds, and it does really good work with Lady Gilda. Replacing an ability is a bit tough here, though. Oh, the ability just goes on Thorn Hollow. Advance, restore to full health, and gain armor equal to the amount healed. That literally just gives you 4 spikes and 60 armor. That's pretty good. Pretty good for you, I think, actually. Also, if you have spikes, the Flesh Weaver is gonna hit your spikes and take damage to your spikes. Good spikes, buddy. We have a little problem here, which is, Guildmonger, you want to be as low as possible and you want to die as often as you possibly can. Ooh, Restoration Detonation doesn't really get more damage than this. All Root Seeds. The additional draw matters, sure, but the additional damage, absolutely. Huge. How is there a better order to that, though? like Hothead summon, then like take out both of the summons. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to keep Lady Gilda alive all fight to feel like I've gotten enough value out of her. Holy shit. That flagellant's gonna do way too much damage to me. No, I'm not really capable of stopping that though right now. Oh, no, I am. Am I? Nope. Right, of course that doesn't change it, because it dies when it hits me. Of course that doesn't change any numbers. Both of those will die on the next floor, though, so it's unfortunate. I take 15 damage to this flagellant right now, which is, that's a lot. Lava throw my way through that one. Thank heck. Okay, top line's doing okay. And it's got now a regen trigger on it as well, so it's consistently going to be doing more and more and more okay. Lava flow, throw a bloated whelp down there, explode it. Yeah, just throw down some additional damage on the bottom line, why not? Guildmonger's already satisfied. I use Thorned Hollow after this turn for the full heal again. So that means I use Guildmonger just for damage on this line. Perfection. Just by the skin of my teeth, and I'm getting out of here with 8 Dragon Horde as well. Old Growth. Rejuvenate to gain 10 additional max HP, and also gain 10 max HP. I don't really have that many Rejuvenate triggers as much as I want them. Spreading Spores. Restore 3 health. Apply Regen 3 and Spikes 3. Add a copy of discard to your discard pile. I think that'd be a pretty decent way for me to deal with this. If I can give that Consume, it would also be a repeated Trader's Quill trigger. Does it ever get to enough? I'm going to take it just so I have some more regen triggers. Hello, Wilting Sapwood! I've been looking for you! 2 Ember, 3 Size. On Revenge, gain 1 energy. It is a great way to just keep getting energy in the deck. I could very easily go capacity in a world where I have a wilting sapwood. Three floors, 3 tanks. One's a Guildmonger, one's a wilting sapwood, one's a Thorned Hollow. Alternative is going Magma Cultist, which sure. Oh, it'd be Magma Cultist and Avarice 5. So the Magma Cultist would have Avarice 5, which means every time I cast a spell down there, gain 5 gold. Got to be the Magma Cultist for exactly that reason. Here, I still feel like I do need to go capacity, because otherwise I am going to have a lot of difficulty. Increase the horde. Starter cards cost -1. Honestly, yeah, all of those root seeds costing nothing in an incant build? It's not necessarily an incant build, it just is a build with incant in. Yeah, I'd really like to go get some Trinkies. First time you summon a Whelp each turn, reduce the cooldown of all units on all floors by 2. That would be entirely uninteresting if it weren't for the fact that Courage is an ability. Thorned Hollow can hit that constantly. Start a turn, add a Vine Grass spell with Ephemeral to your hands. Gives me some good control over targeting and incant triggers. Yeah, I'll take that. And Magma Core. Deal 2 Pyogel to all enemies. And anytime your player takes damage. I mean, look, it's really good in the late game. I'll take it now because I can. Ah, interesting. This is a toughie. Because I don't think I need much more than this Golden Touch and this Guildmonger to get up to 8 every round. And obviously, like, if I have to play these constantly, that's actually pretty bad for me. So I feel like I should probably dupe something related to damage potential, but, like, what is that then? Oh boy. Sharp indictment of my deck that I don't really know what to do when I'm asked to add damage to my deck. I could get 5 more copies of Root Seeds, but then I just keep drawing those Root Seeds. Like, it's not actually a good card in the deck. It's possible. +2 damage is some of the least plus damage you will ever get. Boy. Oh, you're kidding. Is that dumb or is that great? I think the answer might be another Magma Cultist. Because if I just put 2 Magma Cultists, and I have so much deployable Ember, if I just put 2 Magma Cultists next to Lady Gilda and cast any spells on that floor, things go pretty well. Guildmonger with Trample, not really relevant. Lady Avarice the Second, sure. She becomes a little bit better as a tank, which is going to be important, because she's going to be tanking for that floor. No plus enemies gain multi-strike, of course they do. That's a pretty good opening, if you ask me. I have completely forgotten that the Magma Cultists are not the Cursed Dragon stuff. I got them confused one another. I made a mistake. Oops. Oops. I would like to submit an official oops for the record, actually, please. Your Honor, my client's just a silly Billy. They're literally a small bean. Well. I suppose the play here is to get the Guildmonger to die. Oh, actually, I'm gonna summon a Whelp for the first time at some point this turn as well. So let's actually use Thorn Hollow's ability, and then we can summon a Whelp. So now it's one turn away from being able to be used again. In terms of damage, I'd probably give it to one of the most survivable units. Oh, love it when a Guildmonger dies. Sadly, Edgebriar cannot bump these Wildwood Saps. Perfection. Go. Not having to worry about any additional corruption down here. Yeah, looks like the Malevolent Hunter is going to go up to the top floor by itself, which is fine. Literally just take it out with a Whelp. We are getting very close. Perfect. Yes, you can weaken all of my characters. I gave you a bunch, I say a bunch, I gave you a decent amount of Biogel on that bottom line. The goal is for you to die from it. No, it's not one of those should you choose to accept it goals. It's more of a please die now. What are them? The full 10 dragon horde is mine! Ooh, is this... No, I don't want to give slays to other units when I'm trying to also compete against them with Avarice, but Fanning Flame would do a lot. With what I'm doing on the bottom line actually now, Fanning the Flame seems essential. Reserve Thorns as well, though. 0 Ember, consume, add 3 Sting spells to hand. That is a lot of spells. It's a lot of incanting to incant. When a unit gains Biogel, it gains 1 additional stack. So that literally is huge. It's ridiculous because of the 2 different Magma Cultists. Shell is also going to give a lot of armor, but I'll get that later. Let's go for the Hellfire Bellows first. On your first turn, +2 energy. I pretty much always find additional energy relevant here. Superiority, not really relevant to anyone. Spells gain additional damage for upgrades on the cards. I mean, honestly, the Golden Touch gets 6 additional damage from that. I gotta take that. Ooh, that's tough. Odie's Totem when I have Herzl's Horde. So -3 to my deployment Ember, but +1 energy per turn. So it's -2 ultimately deployment Ember, which just means I can't play a Hothead. That's all it means. It means I just don't get to play a Hothead. Yeah. Hell, Empyrean Well? Do I care about Empyrean Well right now? I don't think I care about Empyrean Well right now. Give me the Cursed Dragon stuff. Do it. Do it. Those aren't Cursed Dragon Stars, silly. Oh, it's almost like you're not trying. Wait, are you not trying to help me? Thorned Hollow could easily wear an Equalizing Rings just to give it a decent amount of damage. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just also not very exciting. Inferno Room. I guess there's also an argument that the bottom line should be an Inferno Room, because then I just play Inferno Room Guildmonger, and then I just play a Guildmonger there every turn, and it kills all of the enemies, and it kills my Guildmonger. And that's especially good in the final fight in Seraphiternus, so I don't have to deal with all of the corruption. Yeah. That's also going to want to be deployable in that world. Overgross Carapace. I don't think that's the kind of thing I'm looking for here. Swiftsteel Dagger or Sacrificial Dagger could both be extremely relevant. It's just, I feel like Swiftsteel, I don't really know who I would be using it on at the moment. Sacrificial Chamber would just be good right now for a very short period of time, and then eventually it would be worth nothing to me at all. I'm gonna take the Swiftsteel Dagger for Lady Gilda possibly in the future. After deployment phase, your third card of the turn draws 1. Oh, wings. This replaces the ability as well, so this can be a little tough to take on a unit. Maybe Guildmonk? I don't know. Push for some deeper wings. Alright, fine. I'll take +8, +15 on a unit. I could give it to Edgebriar and then just fly Edgebriar to a floor that it's relevant on when that floor's overstacked, I guess. I guess this also gives me the ability to play Guildmonger on a different floor and then fly it to an overstacked floor. That's seldom going to be relevant, and also the additional health is actually bad for us a lot of the time. Okay, the Edgebriar, you can take it. Equalizing Ring, Swiftsteel Dagger are almost never going to want to be on the same person. In this deck, in this position right now. Obviously, let me add every additional mitigable possible as... It is not a general opinion, though. Undying minions, yeah, so they're going to have reanimate at least 1. I'm obviously a lot less thrilled about Lady Gilda's like double magma cultist situation right now. Until I get a dragon staff and everything's back on track. Good damage. I'm gonna go with the Blooded Whelp and then Exploded Whelp so that I get the refresh on Thorntollow's ability. Just to add some additional spikes to you this turn because it's pretty efficient right now because you're on 2. And then it's incant the value. All of you are going to die when you hit the Thorntollow, and that was always going to be the case, so I don't really get to benefit from Avarice on this floor at all. Ugh. It's supposed to be what the floor was for! Go Bloated Whelp on the bottom line, and then Fanning Touch hits exactly the wrong target. Rude. Spores is going to be useful here as well. My best outcome would be like Sacrificial Chamber on the second floor. Had I gone for that? Getting a decent amount of damage on Lady Gilda at least, which is nice. Pretty well set to be able to just alchemize next turn to complete. Yeah, I guess I'll just play the alchemy as is, actually. Or deal with all of that itself. Edgebriar, you can fly up. Why not? Now, it is worth noting, all of this is before I cast any spells. And those spells are going to give a bunch of Fire Gel to this enemy. It'll make him a lot more vulnerable. That'll do it. 55 spikes on our big boy. Decent amount of Avarice triggers on this floor as well. Obviously would have liked to do a lot more. superheated. Double the amount of Pyre Gel on a unit. There's a world where I could just hold that to throw it on a boss, I think. Get Pyre Gel or something on it. Awakening Thicket, friendly units have plus 20 max health, and restore 10 health on resolve. Not a bad thing to just have on Thorned Hollow's floor. Bramble Lash deals damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times spikes on friendly units. When I have a Bramble Hollow in the deck as well, it had 55 on it by the end there, so it would be doing 550 damage. That just deletes an enemy unit. It's pretty important. Engrafts would also be pretty good. Gosh. Stuff. I like Engraft a lot because I can lower its cost with the Edge Prior. It can get us a Rejuvenate trigger as well as an additional card and additional energy. Energy is obviously consistently a little bit of a problem for us right now. We want more than we have. But this might be one of my best opportunities to get a consistent, another at least consistent Rejuvenate trigger on the Hollow. Ooh, dragons and whelps having additional damage. Yeah, it's not bad. But Flaming Talons is certainly the one that I'm most interested in. And then 2 additional energy on turn 1, I think, is the next most impactful. Draw rewards increased by 50%. I'm leaning towards no thanks on that one. Unstable Pyre Sparks. Train Stewards gain boom ability. Realistically, at the moment, Train Stewards, they're the primary cuts for the deck. I'm a little worried about Shattered Halo, though. I say right before I just throw that caution to the wind and pick it. Do really care about a Merchant of Steel. For what reasons? Dualism on Thorned Hollow would be pretty sick. Wow, that's narrow. That's very narrow. Let's set up the Merchant of Trinkets and a Dupe instead, then. Hell yeah. Friendly units gain +1 damage per stack of spikes. Annoyingly, that's not good right now on our Thorned Hollow, because the Thorned Hollow is going to be wearing a Equalizing Rings pretty soon, but it'll come good. Create an ephemeral copy of the first spell you play each turn as well. Pretty good. Channel Hearts, but Sting spells gain 20 additional magic power. I don't like that, but it is worth noting that I have 3 stings that come out at the same time, so it's 60 additional damage from that once. I'm gonna take it, especially because there could have been the okay, there wasn't, unfortunately. There could have been an additional trigger that would have been relevant to it. Sacrificial Chris, gain 6 Pyre Gel whenever, or apply 6 Pyre Gel to enemy units when a friendly whelp dies. Sure. And Golden Gloves, friendly units gain Avarice 2. Why not? For our Empyrean well, we certainly don't need another Guildmonger. I mean, damn, I guess there's a small argument there's another Preserved Thorns in the world where I'm doing the things I'm currently doing. Yucky. I don't like it, but I will do it. Ick. Give me the other sting, the one that turns it into piercing as well. Maybe I can be made to care about this. Maybe. Your cherubs are 30 in this fight, right? It's the vampirism ones that are 60? Let me check on that. Cherub. No, it's the holy ones that are... Oh, never mind. The holy ones are the ones that are on the board at the moment. They are going to be the ones that would survive. Obviously frustrating, because means the Inferno room is It's fine, because the unit still dies when it gets eaten. Yeah, maybe it's okay. Ooh, if I move that to the front. Oh, hold up. If Vine Grasp was going to be the spell duped, obviously I should be finding a way to use a different spell. Like Root Seeds first. There we go. We should be able to get them off this floor without letting them get damage shield. Never mind. They still managed. Oh, Inferno Room does it at the start of combat, not at the end of combat. Yeah, okay, never mind. That makes complete sense. The game is 100% A-okay correct about that one. I'm gonna throw a single bloated whelp down there and explode it, though. Twice. Doubling up with spreading spores, why not? Hello, Edgebrow. Fly to the right floor. Now I can get regen twice. Yeah, with the Avarice on the floor, I should try and let our units all have someone to attack. I forgot the boss is there, though, so they'll always have someone to attack. Do really want this to hold over. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. You kill my whelp up there, you gain some additional so what I'm looking for here. Higher gel for having done so. Guildmonger hits the bottom line. I haven't duped spell yet? Okay, we'll dupe lava. Yeah. I don't need Golden Touch, nor do I even need it to kill here. Because Guildmonger dies one more time that turn, and then one last time this turn, and now we're done having to pay attention to that. I have 9 cards in hand. That's too many. Unfortunately, this is probably going to screw me. I'll have a look at it, though. If I put Guildmonger down and then play Preserve Thorns, yeah, I don't get the second Preserve Thorns back to hand, unfortunately. Which I was really hoping for. But I can still take out all of the chumps there, so I don't have to worry. Yep. No need to change what's working. Wildwood Tome, second quick attacker. None of our units are great at attacking at quick speed. I can take Unleash the Wildwood as just a single healing trigger that'll happen once. Skip. This one? I don't think additional capacity helps us again. That much, at least. It's got to be additional energy. I equip 2 friendly units, and then do I care about magic power much at all after that? Yeah, no. Yeah, better have it than not in this instance. Dragons and Whelps gain 8 damage. Sure. Oh, hell yeah. Unit cards without upgrades cost -1. All of my imps cost -1 already. But the Magma Cultists could both cost -1. That's huge. That's also both. That's also the Hothead and also all the Shield Stewards. Wow. Actually, that's so much additional deployment ember that I have to take. I was about to take Sap Tap for obvious reasons. Merchant of Arms. I need to go for minion upgrades here, I think. Yeah. I'd love to go to another Merchant of Arms, and I would be able to find a lot of value in one, but I summoned a bunch of minions at the start of the fight. It'd be nice if they were good. I think Titanite Thorn Hollow makes so much sense. There's no reason for me to even start questioning that. I think plus 14 damage on a Hothead, unfortunately, makes you no longer 0 cost, but also the Magma Cultists are going to be 0 cost, and I just took additional energy, so it's not even 0 cost, it's just gives you 1 more to your cost. 20 additional health, that either goes on the Edgebriar or it goes on no one. I suspect the answer is no one. I say right before putting it on the Edgebriar. Dualism. See you. I mean, the dualism's only 1 more. Honestly, it's not even that good on them. It's good on units that are holding equipment. It would have been really good on Thorn Hollow as well. And we're in a wild world where I'm looking at a multi-strike and I'm actively justifying that I don't need it. I will take it. I will put it on Hothead. It's not good. It's not good on Hothead right there. But I have to take it right now. That's the only choice I had. Removing cards from the deck. I mean, the Spear Stewards are still a lot of damage, but also, like, if I need the damage of the Spear Stewards, I've already lost. Lady Avarice the Third gives us even more Avarice. Non-boss enemies restore 150 health if they move up a floor. Yummy. Edgebriar, fly down to help soak stack this floor. If I'm gonna dupe any of my spells right now, should it be Preserve Thorns? Draw way too many spells next turn. I guess I could also just double hit Alchemy. No, don't really have to worry about Midas Golden Touch after that. Sure. We've definitely got to dupe the Thorned Hollow twice there. Seems to me it's largely about the amount of spells that I can get cast when they come to this top floor. Oh boy, we just got enough spells out there for that to work. Average turns from now on should work though. I guess unless we have too many units. Sucks the Restoration Detonation's never really been the play here. Okay. Literally, I just needed to cast one more spell before that. I didn't see the... didn't see. I should have thought about the enemy's Titan Skin there, but... It's... lava, lava. There we go. There's just one of our Gladiator left on the floor. I think we've got enough Pyre Gel on you that we'll be okay, thankfully. Yeah, we already are. That's great news. In terms of the dupe here, we'll go Spreading Spores. Perfect. Superheated, thankfully, due to it consuming there, actually triggered additional damage. Yeah, that additional damage got us across the line, so... I guess thank you? Ugh, yucky. How dare you make me say that? And mean it, too. Ugh. This one feels like I could double up banning the flame and probably ought. Just because if it hits the right target, which it didn't, either time, it would have been really useful. Reserve a Thorn. Move you to the front, then kill you. Then... be doubling up on spreading spells as well. I don't want to incant here to give a bunch more thorns to the enemies. This is going to be a huge amount of money as well already. Just courtesy of the amount of avarice triggers we should get. Especially if I don't give the enemy too much higher. Pyroclasm, health bonus. Out of these Pyroclasm, I guess. Shard Channeler spikes on friendly units, deal 1 additional damage per stack. That is, the only problem is getting that on the right floor, which, like, can't do. So I'll just take a Cycle of Life instead then, loot the Horde. Shell. We use a decent amount of abilities. I'd like to get armor from them now, please. And sure, Dallion of Superiority, why not? Jackstrips is too useful in a world where we are going up against Seraphiternus Chosen Dominion. Nope, never mind. Our Inferno room is already doing all of that work. So I could go to try and upgrade spells, which realistically, there are some spells in here that do want some upgrades. I just don't think the spells really help me enough. I think it ultimately comes down to, can I find a dragon staff, please? On deployment phase, discard any number of cards and then draw that many. Gel Transfuser. When any unit dies, their Pyogel spread among enemy units. Incredible. I'll take that and the Dragon Scales. Sorry, the Judge Scales. To punch and manifest, non-banner units have deployable. Realistically, that just fills my opening hand. My opening hand is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards in my opening hand. Do I have any that add item to my opening hand? No. So this would just give 1 unit deployable. I don't think that's worth it. I'll probably just make a piece of equipment deployable. There you go. Sting spells have plus 10 magic power and piercing, and also at the start of turn add a sting spell to hand. I kind of want to do that. It's not like a great idea, but I kind of want to. Soul Smelter, hilarious. Boiler Room, no. Soul Spell Sanctum. No, not really. That's a reroll. Still couldn't find it for the life of me, unfortunately. No, not about... Well... Yeah, none of our units really want to wield a glass cannon. That's really unfortunate. Gimme. I'll take Pyro's Inferno as well, why not? Remove some cards from the deck. Oh boy, don't you know I'm gonna do that? So currently the Shield Stewards don't even need to be removed from the deck. They're actually just cards that I can cycle in the opening, which is nice. The whelps, however, they are severely slowing down our cycle. Yes, they give me the ability to reuse abilities often, but it's not as valuable as not having them in the first place. At this point, equalizing rings is probably taking damage away from my unit rather than giving it, but I can also just put it on the edge prior if I really care. Oh, you select all of your discards before you do discards. Interesting. I'll just discard those two. It's unfortunate. I was really hopeful I was going to draw someone to defend that top line, but also, who would I even draw? Shield Stewards, I guess? Yeah, I think I just use this as an opportunity to get as much Pia Gel as possible on the boss. It's obviously not where I wanted to cast that game. Oh my god, we survive. All I needed to use was the ability. Hell yeah. Not being able to just instantly reuse that ability courtesy of a whelp is... it is sad. There are things the whelp could do in this deck, certainly. Okay, still haven't duped a spell yet. Yeah, okay, cool. So spreading spores could be that spell for us. Fanning the Flame hugely failed right there. Subeated, but I don't have the ability to double play it. Subeated the boss, double its Pia Gel. Boss is taking a fair wallop here. Awakening Thicket's huge. Let's Go Wildwood Sap to keep you alive. Reorganize that literally just to get the additional armor buff from using another ability. Another 26 for you via the gel infuser. That is another 26 pyre gel for you, rather. Almost got enough Dragon Sword to let the fight end. We'll do at the end of this turn, frankly. That'll do it. 10 Dragon Horde. Welcome back to this floor. I suspect... Oh, especially with Pyroclasm in hand, I suspect I can kill you this turn. That doesn't seem to look very likely from the board position right now, but give it a second. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. I want to get more Pyre Gel triggers before we start taking out units. So I use all of my benign spells first. Then Restoration Detonation, Spike, 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 Pyroclasm. This single Golden Touch takes you down to enough for lethal. See, I told you we could do it. And I don't have to worry about farming out as much Avarice as I can. Well, actually I do. Hang on, no, because the Avarice is still important for the damage of Lady Gilda. Oops. Well, I'm going to get the final 2 artifacts there. Oh my god. Abyssal Prism. The first time each turn you target a friendly unit with a spell, non-move effects also hit all other friendly units on the floor. So root seeds would draw ridiculous spreading spores, wild sap. Yeah, absolutely Abyssal Prism, please. And let's go punish the Titans with our giant stack of Horde. Let's start that battle. Does anything else need to be different for this fight? I think I'm still running the Inferno Room bottom line. I think it's been working for us. It's also quite lucky we haven't really been fighting amalgams. Although we knew there weren't going to be amalgams in the Seraphiturnus fight. Double root seeds, draw extra cards on turn 1, hell yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use the Guildmonger to defend top line. That's the play. I don't need the additional Dragon Horde after this fight. This is... And even then, I probably will still get it. So I don't need it, but I will still get it. But I can use you to defend my otherwise defenseless units up on that top line. Get him with the wall with sap. With as much pyre health as I have, I'm just gonna let the curses and stuff hit me. Because when they do, we get a better outcome than the enemies do. Also, throw some additional pyre gel on the top line wherever it's available. I'm gonna start casting spells up here too. It's going to take 2 turns for Guildmonger to die every time, so I think I'm fine with that. I'm intentionally letting the Pyre take damage because it gives Pyre Gel to all enemies when it does. Edge Prior, Flyer. I mean, the piercing damage is going to be really good against you as well. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, actually, Guildmonger, you being replayable next turn would probably be a lot better for our top line. 7 additional cast draw. Yeah, I want that Guildmonger to die this turn. I'm not going to be healing it. Right. I did forget that Firelight should definitely be the thing that I double. Wait, hang on. Oh, it's literally as though you cast additional copies of it, so spreading spores is not the... I don't want to get 5 additional copies of spreading spores added to my deck, please. From the Abyssal Prism, that is. I can deal with everyone getting the Wildwood Sap, though. That's not a problem. Get some reserve thorns and then just keep stinging the hell out of that top line. Am I capable of taking out Savagery this cycle? I suspect I'm probably damage light on that. Unless I get double Pyre Gel on a target and I just throw it on him twice. Seems like that'd do it. Throw some additional stings on the bottom line, just in case. Because we're getting pretty close on both of the other units. Yeah, Dominion's down this turn, Savagery, okay, we should probably be able to get all of them. Especially with a Superheated in hand. I don't even need to dupe that Superheated, so I just need to get as much value out of my cards as possible, so double up on a Root Seeds. To be you, sting, sting, sting. And then Highlight turns that into enough damage to take out the top line as well. Perfect. This is wild. I usually don't win with damage numbers this low. Although I guess if you're ever going to do that, it is going to be with Pyogel, and it is going to be with so many artifacts, truly, that really, they probably accidentally combine for a synergy that is worth its weight in gold. Thank you for striking my thorned hollow. Much appreciated. I don't even get to loot the final horde? I mean, sure, I know that, but that doesn't mean I know that. Banning the flame damage gain, new personal record 3. Woohoo! It killed 1 unit the entire run. And of course, the win streak was increased as well. Let's hop back to the outpost. In the next episode, I'll be back in that dimensional portal, but until then, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all of my contents on the game, past, present, and future. I've just dropped a pen that I was picking up. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Top left is I said that! I'm all discombobulated on account of the pen. Special thanks this episode to Lotta. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.